Pickaxe.
Hello there and welcome to 0 Degrees, the podcast with no qualifications where we solve your complications. And this is a very special episode. It is our 50th episode.
It is.
And I'm joined by my lovely friends, Harry and Ravs. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing well. We've never done it in the same room together, which is so funny.
We did it in that little hut.
Oh!
We did it in the little hut, but that don't count.
That doesn't count. That was such a weird experience.
We weren't looking at each other. We were all just
in a
sitting
line,
facing forward.
Yeah.
But this time we're actually like, we're in the office.
We're in a set.
We got a little set.
Staring at each other's eyes
I know,
as we
it's
talk
very
about pegging.
wild.
Usually
Oh
I'm just
my God.
alt-tabbed playing a game.
Not actually listening to what anyone's saying. I'm on my phone, just like, well, now I've got to actually be present.
It's exciting. I mean, 50 episodes. Honestly, I didn't think we'd get to 50. I feel like something was going to happen or change halfway through.
Yeah.
But 50 is a pretty monumental amount of podcasts to have put out.
Yeah, I'm proud of us.
So we've collected a short list of just some of our favourite questions so we can think back on our favourite bits and bobs and maybe some of the lowlights of the last 50 episodes of 0 Degrees.
We got some little cursed questions.
I feel like it's nice to think about, you know, all of those weird moments of things we've discussed because there is so much in there and so many stupid questions. So see this as, we'll probably do some questions at the end, but a little review of just our favourite bits. And I'd love to hear some of the listeners' favourite bits.
Yeah, let us know.
What they feel, you know, were the highlights. I think I can already think of some that they're going to say were not their highlights.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Do you want to kick us off, Lydia? What's been one of your favourite bits of doing 0 Degrees? Some of your favourite questions?
The favourite questions. Okay, so the stuff that really sticks with me, I think we have some very like iconic questions which will come up over and over again when we do the podcast. The first one that's very obvious is pegging. Like pegging has become such a theme of this podcast. Like probably the strongest theme.
This boy opened his heart and asshole once and the floodgates have...
But you haven't even opened up your asshole.
That's true.
You're still waiting.
That's true.
I feel like initially I was pretty resistant to the whole pegging thing, and at this point I feel like it's too late. I feel like I don't get to like say we shouldn't talk about pegging anymore. I feel like it's a core part of the podcast that if we don't talk about it once per episode, it's not 0 Degrees.
It's not a 0 degrees.
like-
I don't think we'd even ever talked about pegging really before the podcast.
I don't
Have
think
we
I've ever
really?
talked about pegging.
Wait, was the podcast the first time I ever told you guys that I wanted to
No,
get
you've-
absolutely obliterated?
No,
You've
I
told me
didn't
at the
know
pub
that.
before.
I probably told
I
you
didn't
the
know
pub.
that. No, I didn't know that.
Ravs tells everyone
It has changed mine and Rav's relationship.
Yeah.
No, the pegging has been like, it's been pretty funny. I think what it's really done, and we talk about this a lot, maybe not on 0 Degrees, but off 0 Degrees, but certainly the questions that we answer on the podcast, I feel like it forms the questions that get sent in.
Yeah.
And talking about pegging has really, really, really heightened the amount of sexual,
Yeah, we're like a
sexual questions.
BDSM advice podcast now. It's kind of crazy. Like,
I just don't feel, I still feel like we need to get some kind of sex advisor on.
absolutely.
I
We
would
need to
love
get like
that.
a professional dominatrix in.
Oh, hell
Professional
yeah.
dominatrix.
Yeah.
Hannah,
Rav's
I really
would
want
love
Hannah
that.
Witten.
Hannah
Hannah
Wynn
Witten would be great.
amazing.
I feel like she would like
Plus,
sort
last
us
name
out.
besties.
Oh,
Yeah. Last name
cute.
besties.
True. I feel like it'd be really lovely to have someone who actually knows what they're fucking talking about instead of us just saying pegging.
Yay, shove it up your ass. To sort of link to the whole pegging thing, that actually goes into a question which for me, whenever I think of it, makes me laugh. And I think might have potentially started this whole pegging saga. Someone sent us in a question saying that they were having sex with their girlfriend, and I think their cat bopped their asshole
Yes.
mid
The lock
thrust.
button.
Yeah.
The lock
boom.
button.
And he immediately, I'm going off memory here, I might be telling the story wrong. He lost what was going on down below, and it kind of freaked him out in terms of having sex, which is very understandable.
Yeah,
it really
yeah.
takes you out of the mood when something like that happens. And we were discussing it in the sense of, that's kind of, that is a strange
animals
thing.
in the room,
Animals
full
in the
stop.
room is just,
That is just fucked up.
I don't care if
I
it
think that's
breaks the
weird.
momentum. You've got to lock them outside before you
Yeah.
carry on.
Yep.
But then Ravs just chimes in with,
Just get pegged.
He just needs to be pegged. Like he's obviously nervous about his arsehole
Well,
being
you guys-
the
touched.
origination of it.
I think that might
so
be
you
it.
guys were just like, put the pets outside or whatever. And I was like, that's boring if I agree with that. I've got to have something wild. Like this man's like butthole has just been locked by a cat tap. He needs something to shatter through the lock. You know what I mean? He needs something to
I
transcend.
hate that that's the
Ravs.
origination. I thought it was Ravs being open about
No,
his,
it was
sexual
me being
desires.
open. I didn't say during that get
Okay.
pegged. I didn't say during the go get pegged.
Yeah,
after the
yeah.
cat
But I think
thing.
that started
Yeah,
because I probably
but-
had some questions coming after that about pegging.
We had
Yeah.
another question come in. It's like, my partner likes to peg me, and then at that point, that's when I think I said
Yeah.
that.
Floodgates
I was being
open.
Boom,
Floodgates
the
opened,
asshole
yeah.
open.
The asshole bombing story is really funny.
I
I love it.
I still need to go back to this. Rabs, his problem wasn't that he needed his asshole pegged within an inch of his life. His problem was that a cat bopped his asshole and it put
Yeah.
him off having sex.
I know, but I think that like I said, there was a lock applied. You know, it was like a bang. It was like it's like a martial arts pressure point this cat hit, and I just feel like he had to conquer his fear of his butthole.
Of the butthole being exposed.
People
Yeah.
like Ravs exist in society, all right? They are around you and I.
What the fuck does that mean?
It
What
means
does that
you're
mean?
insane.
How is that insane? It's just an alternate medicine.
I feel like that stands out actually as one of them that I'd love an update on. Like, do they get?
Did you get pegged?
Have you done butt stuff to like fix that? You know, is the cat now
Did it
outside of the
help?
room while you're like fornicating? Like, I feel like some of these stories, I wish we could revisit them and hear updates on.
Yeah.
I feel like I know what your next one is, and that is one that we've experienced a lot of updates on. Or your next favorite topic?
Oh, well, I thought I got one, which is
Okay,
the
go ahead, let's-
saga.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
The saga, the Ron saga.
Well, that with the most updates of any story
Right, okay,
ever
yes.
with the Ron
the
fucking
Ron saga.
Yeah.
Which honestly, for how much we've talked about that fucking man's life on this podcast, it really isn't that complicated situation.
I like though that it felt like if that was the first time it felt like we all like conglomerated as a little.
Yeah.
Even the listeners, it all became like a little fuck Ron. It was like a little family being like,
Yeah.
fuck this one
Well,
guy.
we don't even
Yeah.
know the guy who wrote in's name, do we?
Wasn't it?
No, actually.
What's his name? No, I don't know. There was
No,
someone
'cause-
called Jay.
Yeah, but that
There
was the
was Jay.
friend.
That was the friend.
The Olympic guy or something.
That wedding must
Oh.
have happened by now.
I think
Oh,
it
yeah.
did. Yeah.
I don't know if we have an update.
Was that the Mormon wedding?
Wait, there was an
I'm getting them
update.
confused.
There was
we
an
might we
wait.
might have an update. I haven't checked it
No.
in so long.
I was looking through the questions again for the 50th episode today, and I actually saw that there was a question we didn't answer that said, P.S. Ron loves the podcast, by the way.
No fucking way.
Yeah, but the question was it was a fucking weird one. It was like, Valentine's is coming up. I've broken up with my girlfriend or
Oh,
something.
no.
Like,
See,
what do I do? Do I have a wank or some shit? And it was
Oh
like,
my
by the way, Ron
God.
loved the podcast.
The-
It was a lot nicer than that, but I made it fun.
For all of the wonderful questions we do get sent in, some of them are just guys.
Oh.
You gotta realize we cannot read that out on the podcast.
They're either like way too obscene that literally we just can't read it out, or like they are so sad.
They are like
so sad that it's like, well, we can't. I mean, we
Like,
can't talk.
and I mean,
we're not
now-
I
qualified.
may cry. I
Like
cry
now is a good time
Right.
to say, like some of these sad ones, please go and seek help. Like we do
Yeah.
not like we don't get the stuff to reply to you, but like we can't read these on the podcast. Please go and seek help.
I remember there was one which was something, and I can't remember what it was. It was something to do with someone's dead dog, and it was so sad. And I
my
was just
God.
like, oh my God, I can't read this. Oh.
Yeah.
I would cry.
I would cry. I would
too
literally
much.
cry.
There is a Ron update I have saved here, and
Oh,
I don't. It's so long.
Oh.
I don't know if we ever read this.
Oh, yeah.
Did we ever? We did find out Ron was a Mormon, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
So it's that one. It's the final update I have saved. I
Right.
don't think we ever got anything after that.
No. I guess also the thing with anonymous submissions is anyone could then send something in pretending.
That's
Oh
true.
my
You know?
fucking God. I never thought about that for the Ron update.
And we wouldn't
That's
know.
true.
Did we just get fucking lied
We
to?
might have.
Oh, mate. No, I feel like they sent it in because
It was quite
There was a lot
consistent.
of detail.
Yeah.
We've got to make them
Yeah.
prove it. Like, you've got to. Oh,
We're going to have so many spoof Ron updates now.
Yeah,
Fuck's sake. Yeah, the Ron saga was a good saga, but that was so long ago. That was like episode 6 or something when we did the Ron.
Yeah.
The first Ron.
I think it was.
really
it was the
early.
early days.
Really
It feels like a
early.
Yeah.
long time. It was like over a year ago now,
It was over a year ago now,
Yeah.
yeah.
which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any other standout moments, Lydia? Any other faves?
Another one which actually gets brought up in my stream sometimes. People will come in and they'll be like, why did you do this to my brain? Because now this is my like screensaver, like, you know, my Windows screensaver is Rav standing up wiping his ass. The question
do
about
do you
whether
know,
you stand or sit is we are all thinking, you're
Why
thinking
does so
about
much
it
of
right
this
now.
podcast revolve around Rav's asshole?
Because I'm just open.
That's not. I don't know if that's
I
the
will
answer. You can't just say I'm
know, but
open.
I will talk about anything. I will fucking say whatever. I'm pouring my heart out to you, to your degrees, and my asshole to your degrees,
lovely.
listeners.
That visual image of Rav's against his wall.
Just clinging on for dear life, like holding on, like someone's
I'm
gone
not
climbing.
holding. No, it's not how it works.
How are you
Stop.
holding it?
Okay.
You said you
on
were
video.
like-
We're on
For
video.
A world
Oh, yeah.
fucking exclusive.
All right.
Okay, right.
A world
Do
exclusive.
my
We're going to
business.
see that. Okay.
Yeah,
I do my
yeah.
poo. I've done my
Okay.
poo. Okay.
They're
I
not
do
going to be
a
able to hear
little-
you when you stand up.
I do a little stand up here. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Oh my God.
And then say there's like a wall here.
And then
Yeah.
he goes to the wall.
Bam.
Oh, wait, you are holding on.
Dude,
No,
that's crazy.
I do a little weenie.
No,
and,
that
I
is
get
crazy.
I get nice butthole spread, and then I just go bam. You know.
Mate, that
That's
is...
how I do it.
But so you've got to find a wall. What if there's no
But
wall?
no, I have a wall next to my toilet.
But not every toilet has a wall right next to the toilet.
Yeah, what'd you
Wait, you know, yeah.
Yeah.
Where am I pooping that doesn't have a fucking wall in the middle
Oh,
of
yeah,
a fucking
sometimes
field?
there's like, you know.
Yeah, like a big toilet. So
Big
there's just like,
toilet.
do you walk? Would you ever walk?
No. Then
you
I
can
just like
walk over.
I would just be like, oh, I can't do my special wipe here.
You're like, oh, I guess this is a shit toilet.
There's
Oh.
a fucking 0 stars on toiletrate.com.
Do you know what I'm gonna do? Before you come around to my house next, I'm gonna put like anti-vandal paint on the wall.
Gonna come out a white
Come
hand.
out, fucking hands shining.
No, but then I'll just be like, Saruman.
Yeah, that does blow my mind. That has ruined it for
I
me.
like it because I get a nice spread of the cheeks and then I get more surface area on the paper. I wipe my ass more efficiently.
This doesn't make sense in my head because
Have you
I
tried it?
maintain,
Have
I
you
maintain
tried it?
when you stand up, your cheeks are going to come together.
Yeah.
But when you're sitting down, they're more like,
Yeah.
ooh, spread open.
Yeah, they're parted. It's their
Yeah.
Moses. I think it's the
Yeah,
term. They're
you're
Moses.
parting the Red Sea.
It's Moses.
So I think if anything, you're closing it back up.
I just feel like you're just like waving your pooey bum around.
Yeah. It's
I
like,
just-
wee.
What I do in my own toilet in my
No,
own
I'm-
time is.
It's wrong.
I think we and the viewers are forever fascinated and
But no,
slightly disturbed.
other people do this too, though.
I feel like we need a poll. We need some way of like finding out.
like, what if you've got really big cheeks, you know? Like,
I do. I
well,
do.
so then you
I got
have
a
to like
dumpy.
spread them.
That's
Whereas
why
if
I-
you're on the toilet, the toilet seat can do the spreading.
How far? Because you didn't look like you were bending that far.
Yeah, there was
over.
for the
I don't need
listeners
to-
out there.
I don't need to bend
barely
that far
anybody.
over.
I honestly thought you were like almost
Did you think I was
Fucking
like
doggy style.
Yeah, like
like
doggying.
Nicki
I thought you were
Minaj? No,
doggying.
what the fuck? No.
and then like reaching under.
What the fuck?
Like
No,
doggying,
no,
like,
no.
Like fucking
No.
hell, mate.
Fucking hell.
These
Oh,
fingies, fucking,
I slipped
these
onto
fucking
the
fingies.
slipped onto my sink. Fuck.
Rams takes 7 hours in the toilet every time he goes. No,
But then you're not getting any spread if you've barely got any angle going on.
Trust me, they're spread.
I
They're
don't think
spread.
there is. Raz, take your trousers down and show us
some
again.
bit of me is just like at some point this podcast is just gonna have to find out. We have to like film Ravs doing it. We have to like get scientific about it.
It's
Yeah.
just not right, Raz. I'm sorry.
Like you can disagree with it all you want. I get good spreadage. I get good coverage of surface area on my toilet paper, and I'm wiping efficiently.
I just don't believe you.
Should we move on
That's
from Ravs'
precision German
asshole?
engineering.
I feel like the listeners, sorry, they've endured 50 episodes of Ravs' bum
I know,
chat.
they're sick of it. All right. they're
Rav,
sick
do you want
of
to
it.
take us away with some of your favourite bits?
All right. So I'm going way back to our very first question.
Wow.
Because that feels special to me, and I remember it.
I don't fucking remember it. I can't remember.
It was the person who wrote in saying, "Please help me. I can't stop having drug-fueled Jason Momoa sex dreams."
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That
And
was
just
our
us
first
talking about their
question.
weird fucking sex dreams. And then like 2 episodes later, on episode 3, someone sent in a question saying, "I'm having sexy dungeon master dreams."
Fuck
So
yeah.
like straight away, this podcast
It was fucked in the
this
beginning.
podcast started with a bang. And a dream bang.
A dream bang.
For some reason, I didn't imagine it would be as Joanne, I would think I was weirdly optimistic. I was
yeah.
like, people
Yeah.
would just send in like funny little combinations, like,
Or like,
oh no, I lost my spare
What do
tire
I
of
do?
my
Yeah.
car.
What
A
do I
dog
do?
ate my homework. What
Yeah.
did I do?
Instead, it's just all been. I guess this is what you get when you open up to anonymity, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
people are very happy because they
Yeah.
know we literally
Yeah.
don't know your email address, your IP, and the Google form comes through and it's just completely blank and it's just your question, which is quite a raw experience for us. But just
Yeah.
people are just dropping just personal thoughts and everything in there.
Anything that they would never share to
I
another
weirdly
human being.
kind of love it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
And, although the internet, the anonymity
Yep.
can create awfulness, it also can bring these wonderful situations. Like people feel that they can just be open about stuff without having to feel shame.
I think we all know that people are like dirty bastards.
Oh yeah.
But this podcast, I feel like,
Yeah.
really reinforces that our listeners are dirty fucking bastards.
Plus, with our audiences that we have on like
Yeah.
Twitch and YouTube and stuff, it was bound to happen.
It was bound to happen, right?
Like
Yeah.
the content that we do outside of this podcast.
It has changed me though. There are some viewers that have written in.
Well, some viewers have put their
They
names
their
on
fucking-
the
the whole point of it
usernames.
is it's anonymous. You don't have to put your name, and then they sign it with their Twitch handle, and it's like, well, now
Now
Justifina, you said your name in it.
Block
Come on,
Island. Block Island, Harry.
regular viewers who I can never see differently.
They're in
like-
my chat every fucking day.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't had that. I haven't
No?
noticed. I haven't had like a link.
Well,
between
now I know
it.
which ones are the furries, Lydia. That's what I'm going to say.
I know a couple furries now.
Really?
They've named themselves.
For how
Oh.
much we shit on and laugh about furries, furries very much like
They
coming back
love
and
our
listening to
podcast.
Yeah, thank you, furries.
You know, it's-
Are we quite like a furry open podcast? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Should we like do a furry con?
Oh my
should,
God,
should we like
our
do a
own
live
furry con.
Should we do like a live podcast at a furry convention?
Oh my god.
I mean, we've been thinking about doing live podcasts recently.
We have
we
been
have.
actually, yeah.
I'm
Something
worried.
we're thinking about.
You know what? I have the fear that no one's going to turn up.
I have that fear.
I have
I
that,
have that fear
but
that-
then we just get a recording, and then we just it's a
Yeah,
funny,
true,
it's
yeah,
a
it's
funny
just more of this.
podcast.
Or even worse, as one
Yeah.
person or like two people
I think
there.
it'd be fun.
I think it'd be jokes.
I feel like some of our topics are so not like controversial, but they're like so visceral.
Yes.
I worry like will people in the audience be having like reactions? You're like, oh
I
gosh,
feel like-
Wraps
I
his
feel
up with his
fucking
pants
gross.
down, fucking showing how he wipes his ass. A woman is throwing up and screaming.
I feel like if you buy a ticket to come to our live show, you probably fucking know.
Yeah.
But what if it's like a viewer that's like, I brought my mum because the mums love this podcast.
Fuck, I'm 16. I have to come with my parents. Dad's there. Dad's like on his phone initially trying to sleep, and then he's like, "Oh
Yeah.
fuck, this is
Oh
awful."
my god. Oh, if we do it, can we have pints? Like, can we be
think
drinking
we
a
can.
pint?
I think we could manage that.
Yeah, we could do that. We could have a
yeah.
pint.
I think a pint would ease,
That's interesting because I feel like I don't drink on stream or camera
Oh,
anymore.
no, me neither. But just a single pint.
A single pinto is
just
what you
just to
need.
give us a little bit of a, because I think it's quite scary doing a live show.
Yeah, I
We're
think it
used
is.
to
Yeah, it's a little
recorded
nerve-wracking.
content.
I feel like I'd like to
stuff.
do like an intimate little one where it feels like the crowd aren't there. You know, it's like 20
A little
people.
cozy one.
Just like they're just like
Yeah.
there, and it's just like that's a super cool
Oh, it's so
private
Yeah.
experience.
cozy.
Yeah.
And we have those big signs which are like laughter, to make sure that it's
No, we have Daff. Daff says the pickaxe fit
yeah.
at the beginning, and then Daff comes out with the signs: laugh, grimace, say ew. Yeah, it might be fun.
Yeah, we're toying around with that idea. So maybe keep your peepers peeled.
And let us know. Let us know if you'd like to do one. I
Yeah.
guess that's also interesting. I always assume. I think a lot of our audience is in the UK as well.
I think so.
Yeah, I
Quite
think
a lot of
so.
Americans too.
Oh,
though.
Yeah,
yeah,
there's a
we
lot of
do get-
American-centric
yeah.
questions as well.
Yeah.
What were some of your other favourites though, Ravs?
I really liked the Ick saga, which I believe started with the boyfriend being like,
Which one was that?
Someone sent in
the
a question it's like,
ick.
my boyfriend said we're Gucci the other day, and it's
Yeah.
like a major ick. My
That was
question is,
great.
do you have any other icks?
Yeah, and then
that-
everyone was sending
that-
so many.
I love the questions that bring like everyone go, oh, here's my thoughts on
Yeah,
this and stuff like
yeah.
that. Here's my ick. Here's my thing.
Fuck, I did
Yeah,
find
it's
a
good.
new ick the other day, and I can't remember what it is. I'll try and have a think.
I had a new ick as well, and I thought I need to say this to the podcast.
Fuck, what was
Oh, Harry, I think you do an ick. This
Oh.
wasn't the ick that I thought of, but I think you
Oh.
do an
Ick
ick.
me, ick me.
All right, okay. I don't know what it is, but I just hate it when people use the thumbs up emoji because I think that they're angry at me.
What?
I find the thumbs up emoji so passive
Oh,
aggressive.
that's funny. Do you know what? I've had so many people say that to me.
Really?
And that only makes me want to do it more.
No,
Because I am that asshole.
No.
Okay,
Am I
Thumbs-
going crazy?
thumbs up message, fine. Thumbs up react, they're
I
mad.
think thumbs up. I remember talking to my friend about this, and we were like, if we're pissed off at someone, but we want to be like, yeah, fine, we'll just do a thumbs up emoji.
I have this with neutral smiley though. Neutral smiley.
Yeah, neutral smiley is
Neutral
sarcastic.
smiley is the
Neutral
most
smiley.
fuck you thing
Yeah.
you can send to
Okay, it's a
someone.
bit psychopath.
The thing is, I think
It
at this
is.
point
It
now,
is.
if I'm just pissed off, I will just say it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
I'm, and I feel like I've slowly in age lost my passive aggressiveness, and I'm
Yeah.
more
Just
just like
aggressive.
I'm more just aggressive, which is weirdly freeing. I feel like instead of just like small daggers, I'm just like, no, you're a cunt. Like,
you're
fuck you.
pissing
Like,
me off. Maybe it's not an ick because an ick is meant to be more like, oh, that's
Puts you off
gross, puts
someone,
me
yeah.
off. It's more like something. It's more just something which is
irk you?
Maybe it's an irk than an ick.
An irk.
Yeah.
Icks and irks.
An
Do you know what? I
irks.
think most icks are probably irks.
Yeah. It's
I
not
think
like
so.
you're like,
I think an
"Ugh."
ick, like,
you're like, ugh.
yeah, it truly like repulses you from someone.
Yes, he doesn't repulse
Because
me.
it's a make or break, right? Ick is a make or break, like if you're going to date someone or like be with someone. Like,
yeah, romantically or whatever.
It's done. Like,
Yes. So it's I think actually, to be fair, I think a lot of the icks we talked about probably weren't icks. They were more like, and if
Yeah.
anything, it's not even that it makes me angry that you do it. It makes me think that you're angry at me.
Yeah.
Because I've established in my mind that means that if someone uses the
it's
thumbs
so
up, it's
weird
pissed
that
off.
that's been like taken as like a
Yeah.
passive aggressive. Because I literally use it as like, I can't even
Yeah,
type a message
fine,
that
all
basically
good.
just says, okay.
Yeah. It's a way of saying cool.
It's about saying yes,
Yeah.
agree, whatever. Just
Yeah,
I
like,
do that
right.
with that emoji.
yeah. See, I kept doing that one, and then it got like appropriated by like the white supremacists in America.
Oh, God.
No, it's not a thing anymore. It's not
I
a
know,
thing anymore.
but then I was like,
Yeah.
oh, for fuck's sake, now I can't do that. But I'm bringing
Yeah.
that one back into my like.
Right.
I now do the pinch as well.
Oh,
pinch,
The pinch, the pinch, like the-
pinch,
like-
yeah,
like- yeah,
there's
like
a,
the-
there's
What,
a,
like
there's a micro penis. In
Oh, the
there.
micro penis or the
that one, yeah, and that one.
spicy.
There's
Okay.
also
All of them.
Italian, yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
But
I like-
you don't have to change who you are, Harry. You can keep
I
passively
don't worry, Lydia, I won't.
I've got
Don't worry. I'm actually gonna do it way more now.
No.
I've got like a new irk/ick.
Okay.
Like, I've been going back to the gym and I've seen this guy twice now. There's a guy at my gym who like just walks around barefoot the entire time.
Oh, that
and
is
I
an
think
ick.
it's so gross. Like, I think it's this guy. I don't care if he's got clean feet or
Yeah, I
whatever.
don't like that.
I think it's so grim.
That is
It's
nasty.
so, I don't want
Why?
to see this dude's fucking grippers. And
It's
like,
grim.
like, what if he uses a fucking treadmill? Then he's got his like sweaty
Yeah.
grippers all over the ground.
It just like that just
Yeah.
feels unhygienic.
There's something nasty about that, isn't it?
There's something really nasty about it. I hate it.
Put
You
some
know, we've
socks
had
on.
less feet chat on this podcast than I thought. We did one episode where we did do rate my foot or whatever it.
Oh
whatever it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's rate my feet. Rate my feet, right?
Rate my feet.
Or
Wiki feet.
Wiki feet. It's
Wiki
Wiki
feet,
feet.
that's
Wiki
the
feet. That's
one.
the one. That's one.
Yeah.
But I feel like we've managed to avoid a lot of foot chat, which I was quite anxious about going in because obviously we were going to come across some people's fetishes and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is not a call to action. I'm looking at every camera. This is not a call to action.
Not a
Do
call to
not
action.
send in
Don't do
your
it.
feet shit.
Don't do it.
We've been living 50 episodes in bliss.
Unless it's a really funny question, then maybe do.
And this is hilarious. But if it's just, I really love feet. Like,
it gets me off.
there's something about feet that I don't like hate them, but I certainly I do not find any attraction.
It's an ick.
I don't get it.
Although it's
I
not
think
an ick because that's quite a common thing that people don't like feet.
Yeah, which I
know.
just think they're a bit gross.
They're a bit gross.
Yeah.
It's
Like, it's
sweaty
not
and
like I don't
nasty.
know. Sorry, I derailed you there.
No. That's wait. So what was so the ick was that he walks around with
He
his
just
shoes
walks
off.
around with his shoes off in the gym. It's
Yeah, I
like,
fucking
that's
hate that.
That's like a public
But in like a
place and-
sweaty place as
And like
well.
a sweaty place. It dude's working out, so his feet are going to get fucking sweaty,
Yeah,
right?
that's grim.
It's grim.
Have you enjoyed
Yeah.
being back at the gym?
I fucking love it. I'm addicted. I'm addicted
The
to going to the
pump.
gym. The pump is better than coming.
What
I'm
did you
coming
make
every
of Mr.
time.
My
Beast's
goodness.
fucking
Oh, I
Mr.
saw
Beast
that.
Dude, I
That's
saw
impressive.
Mr. Beast.
grabbing absolute
Dude,
fucking
fucking-
meat.
Why is he doing that?
Why'd he
Why
fucking
do you
grab
do
his
that?
cocky, dude?
I get
Why'd
the
he
whole-
grab his cocky?
I get like pulling your shorts up because it shows off your like thigh gains, but
Just
why is he
fucking-
grabbing his dick?
Just
Maybe-
made, he just
is
made
he-
him, I think he's just trying to look chubbed up. I
Oh.
just
Maybe.
think-
My
Or do you think
goodness.
he's grabbing his dick to like try
Tried
and
it?
hide people trying to find out if he's got like a little clit? You
I
know?
don't know. I don't know.
Maybe
I-
because when he pulls his short up, his dick is like boom. Maybe he's got
he
a
might
fucking.
he might have an
might have a
absolute
mega dick.
money cannon.
So he's covering it up.
I just thought that congrats on him and his
Oh, dude,
body-
he's
That's
body
amazing.
journey.
smashing it,
Amazing.
man.
But just
Yeah.
that's all that I concentrated
Oh.
on. That was my only takeaway was
Zoomed
wow,
in.
Mr. Beast really fucking
But
grabbing his cock in this picture.
He's grabbing the cocky in the more ripped one, isn't he?
Yeah, it's the
yeah.
ripped
Okay.
one where he's
I'm gonna
grabbing
have to
it.
do this now.
Oh
I'm
my
Have you,
gonna
have you
God.
taken a before picture for your
I've
journey?
not, but I'm gonna take a before.
one,
one.
do
I
one.
should do. I just
Yeah.
forgot to take one.
No,
I've just
do
been
one.
taking pictures of me sweating. Really.
Yeah,
just
that's
like,
good.
Just like when I finish, like here's me sweaty as fuck.
Nice.
Nice.
But I'm loving it. I'm like addicted to the pump.
You've got to do.
Yeah.
You've got to recreate. The,
Yeah,
Mr.
I'll
Beast
recreate it when
picture.
I need to get yoked first though.
Yeah.
So I
And
can grab my cocky. Yeah.
Cocky.
My oversized balls.
Can your first wait for this podcast, Russ? When you're taking your before and after, can we get a before picture in the pose, and then an after picture also in the pose?
But grabbing your cocky. Yeah.
grabbing my cocky? Yeah.
I just want the 0 degrees before and after of you doing your poo toilet pose.
Nice.
Poo toilet pause. Yeah,
Nice,
please.
nice,
Yeah.
nice,
Okay.
nice.
Sounds good.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Have you got any other top main moments?
Yeah,
Raj?
I've got one last one. Hold on, let me check it again. My other favorite moment was the Secret Santa beans one because it just let Lydia go off on like a fucking 40-minute talk about beans and her
bean
weird
tirade.
obsession with beans.
My beans. And then
It was
they
just
sent
that-
it in.
yeah.
They sent in pictures.
They sent, and didn't they make a video of them doing it as well?
I didn't
like-
see this.
They blended it and made like a bean soup, right?
It was on Twitter. Did we not show?
Because that's
I
what you
swear we
told them
showed
to
you.
do.
Someone made 0 degrees bean soup.
So they had the kilogram
I
or
don't
whatever it
remember
was
this.
of beans. They put them in a blender, I think, until it was like smooth, and then they cooked it, and it was like a bean
They made like the
soup.
bean.
Why the fuck
bean
did they
soup.
do that?
Because you
I don't
told
know.
them to, Harry.
Listen to what I
you made,
say.
You
What
made
a-
Barry's bean soup recipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it sounds great. No,
And
it
also,
sounds
like,
fucking
the
awesome.
fact that
delicious.
someone sent it into us was
That's
cool as well.
how did I miss that?
I don't know. I swear we showed you. Maybe. I
No,
think,
no
probably.
one showed me anything.
Oh my god!
I
Please,
completely missed that.
Bean Man, send it to
Bean
Harry
Man.
again.
Send it again. Send it in. I want to see.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It was- Yeah, thank you so much, Bean Man.
Thank you.
I
Bean
do
Man.
feel like the podcast is developing. Certainly, it's like regular hitting points, like
Yeah.
beans, Hideo Kojima, Metal Gear Solid, pegging,
Yeah.
beans.
Well, it's our bingo board, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the
Like-
bingo board.
I
yeah.
do love people, like, and aside from that, other little moments is people sending in the pictures where they're from. That's like one of my favorite things.
The
about
guy
podcasts.
driving the fucking ice cream van, I
Yeah.
still was like, "You've robbed that ice cream van."
Yeah.
Like,
That's
there's no
great.
way. Like, you're serving kids Mr. Whippies while listening to our fucking podcast.
Right,
That's
I know.
mental.
Actually, that feels
Yeah.
a little bit
Fucking
Tractor
like,
guy, shout out to Tractor
wrong.
guy.
Tractor guy's great. No,
Rooftop
keep sending in your
listener
pictures.
was cool as well, but also concerning.
Oh my god, what?
Yep.
Get down. What about you,
you,
Harry?
Harry? What you
I
got?
did mine.
Yeah.
So I still think one of my favorite, maybe one of my favorite episodes. I don't know if we've done that, but one of my
Okay.
favorite episodes was having Pyrian Flax on.
Oh my
I
god.
really,
I love
P.
really
Flax.
loved having Pyrian on.
He's literally
great.
saved in my phone as Perry in bracket, my boy.
Oh, that's cute.
And he has the same, he has Ravs, my boy.
Oh,
Oh,
that's good.
cutie.
I love Perry.
And I just loved because of mainly Pyrian's reaction, that question about someone who'd come back from Glastonbury, really hungover, and had just shit in a car park.
and how angry he was.
And then they'd been found out by their work that it'd been on CCTV that them shitting in the car park. And I just thought that question was fucking hilarious. And Pyrian just being like, "What the fuck?"
He was fuming.
It's just fucking great. So I don't know. I have very fond memories of doing that podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, and when we talked about what fluid would be the worst one to have in a water pistol,
Oh
and
my
he
God,
said
yeah.
period blood, and I was drinking my can of like Pepsi, and I like almost spat it
Oh,
out.
Could have been Vimto.
Oh god, yeah, it took me by surprise.
Such a good but awful answer.
Yeah, Period is just he's very funny.
He's
and
built differently.
He's built different. He's very charismatic. I remember after the podcast we were talking about him, we were just like, that was so good. Like he's
Yeah.
just
We
great.
should get him on again.
Yeah,
I reckon-
absolutely.
I love
Yeah,
that man.
he's
I just
great.
want to have him in everything.
No, he's
so great.
he's
I
fab.
want to move him to Bristol and just
Yeah.
just have him here all the time.
Perry and move to Bristol if you
I
somehow
want
see
to pet
this.
that egg.
Pet that little egg.
A highlight and another low light in one.
Nice.
Okay.
I think one of the most insane questions we've ever been sent in was the cum pizza party. I mean, just
Oh god, yeah.
I mean the fact that we now have tenuous connections to
Cum pizza party.
the cum pizza party, an internet phenomenon.
Yeah.
I mean, the divisive nature, the reaction in the office to this. I don't know how much we spoke about this. People in the office were finding out about it. We were talking about it. They were like, "No, that's not cum." We were like, "It is cum."
What did they think it was?
Daft didn't believe it was cum.
Well, what do you think they're
He thought
substituting
it
it
was,
with?
it was fake. It was just like
How would you make
sugar
it
or
fake?
something.
Right, a
Just
little bit
sugar and water.
sugar
Yeah.
and water. I wouldn't have the right consistency, I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
I think we should do an experiment.
Where's
I think we
Lydia
need a
gone?
bit of
Sorry,
like
we've got a cum
corn flour or
scientist.
something in there.
Got a fucking cum
Dr.
scientist.
Cum MD.
I just feel like that question was just one of the most mental things we've ever been sent in.
Remind me, what was the link to the story? Like the person that sent the
Someone was
question
at
in.
the con.
They were
Someone was
at
at the con was friends with someone who attended the party.
Yeah.
Right, that was it.
And they was basically letting us know that this thing existed, and I think they were saying, what was this fucked up? And we were like, yes.
Was
Yeah,
this
it was
fucked up? Like, it's a
Absolutely
question.
fucked up. It's the most fucked up thing I've ever heard about.
Oh my god.
So that was pretty horrific, but weirdly, I feel like that baited a lot of furry questions and
They
stuff.
It did.
They
It did.
revealed themselves.
They
Yeah.
did.
They
And I
did.
feel like because they felt like they had to come out to defend furriness.
Yes.
And I feel like in all their questions, they didn't do that. So
Yeah.
it just kind of just dug the furry hole.
We need to start baiting more like that.
Yeah, well,
you know.
hopefully this is me fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More furries.
Come on
More
now.
crazy stories.
Give us some shit. Come on.
Give us some shit.
So I think the furry cum pizza is up there. Of
Oh
just,
yeah.
Speaking of like weird chains as well. We had someone that won Countdown send us a question before as well. I can't remember their question, but yeah, there was that person.
cool.
So they used like flashcards, like what
I memorized just a million fucking
Just
words.
every-
just what
everything.
weird little connections we have.
Love it.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
My final one, my final favorite theme that we collected that we haven't actually discussed yet is showering. There's so
God,
much
yeah.
showering
Yeah,
chat
it's
on this
true,
podcast.
actually.
Washing your feet, showering with partners. I feel
How
like
you
we,
dry yourself when
how
you
you
get
dry
out.
yourself.
Yeah.
We constantly seem to return to weird forms of showering, which
Yeah.
again I don't think I would have anticipated coming into the podcast, but it's kind of fun.
Another amazing guest, Simon, the Boy Dirt episode.
Oh, I missed
True,
Boy
the
Dirt.
Boy
I had,
That was the
I had
that was a showering
COVID.
one.
I missed Boy
The
Dirt.
boy dirt was pretty good.
That was a very good episode.
Can we do
you weren't
another?
there for that
I
one?
had COVID. Can we do another
No,
one
we
with
gotta
Simon
get-
one
we gotta get
day?
Simon back.
Yeah.
So we've already done 2 with him.
Have we? No, I think we've only done one.
Pretty sure we did 2.
Did we?
Did I miss 2 with Simon? Is it just because I hate Simon?
Maybe I feel like we did 2.
Did we?
I think we've only
don't
done
know. I
one.
think we've only done
Pretty
one with
sure
Simon.
only one.
Maybe
I don't think we've had a repeat guest yet.
Have we not?
I think
No.
maybe we'd planned to get him on, and then something
Oh,
happened,
something happened
and
and
then
you
we
couldn't-
planned
yeah.
again,
Maybe
and then I
that's
had
what
COVID, and it was like, let's just go
Maybe
ahead
that's
because
what
we've
happened.
already
Yeah.
cancelled
Maybe
once.
that's what happened.
I think that was it. Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love for us to get more guests in the next 50. I feel
Absolutely.
like that's
Hell yeah.
It's been fun having guests on and seeing their reactions.
Yeah.
Because I think they know it's going to be fucked up, and then we find some fucked up.
I mean, we got some like
Yeah.
bangers on our short list that
Yeah,
we just
yeah,
have
yeah.
to ask them and get them to do it.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, I'm excited about some of them. There's going to be
Yeah, there's going to be
ones.
some good ones. Can I ask? So, because I had COVID at the time, I was quite poorly. I must admit that I'm not sure if I actually even listened to the episode.
Go
My
for
bad.
it.
My bad. Is boy dirt? I'm just going to assume. Is it the dirt that happens in a boy's bum, or like around your penises or something?
It's this boy's bum dirt.
It's boy bum dirt.
boy
We're
bum
going
dirt.
back to
Okay.
Rams's fucking bum. This is
This is not my
Oh.
bum. This is before I opened my bum to the world.
Well, it's because he's standing up. He's got loads of it, isn't it? If he's fucking sat
If he was
down,
a
he wouldn't have
sit
any
down
boy
one,
dirt.
I
I keep that butthole clean. Okay.
Wow.
You got it.
We'll
didn't know
find
that.
out
Yeah.
later when
That's
we
menacing.
do.
We're gonna find
In
out.
0 degrees
This is why
after
we're-
dark.
Rams doesn't know, but this is why we're in the camera setup. Drop the curtain.
Whoa! And his family's here too.
Rams, you could win this brand new toilet. Fuck's sake.
I think it's safe to say that one thing we have discovered with this podcast is it's not a podcast to listen to whilst you're eating.
No.
That's
No.
the safest bet. Do not,
Yeah.
or when you have your family who might be sensitive
No,
to.
it is
Well,
a.
no, tell your mum about the podcast. Tell your mum about the
Oh.
podcast. Tell your mum
No.
about
Oh my
the podcast.
god! So my brothers. So me and my brother both have different dads, and my brother's brother. So they share a dad.
Your stepbrother.
No, we're not stepbrothers. It's confusing. It makes sense in my head.
Sure.
I have no relation to him. He's my
Okay.
brother's brother.
Yeah,
brother's brother, okay.
Yeah, because we're half
I
brothers.
see, yes,
yeah. So he's quite like posh, and not my brother. It's quite posh and like well-to-do, and has this like fancy like finance job or something like that. I don't know. I'm not actually completely sure. But my brother saw him recently, and his brother was like, "Oh, I heard that Lydia does a podcast. Should I listen to
Oh
it?"
my God.
And I think my
Oh,
brother,
fuck.
or is it my mom? Someone was just like, "Oh no, I don't think so. I think it's a bit sort of rude. Probably not." And it's like, oh my God. I get so in my head that I just kind of think I'm just hanging out with my mates, and it's just nice people that we have in our communities are listening, and then I forget
Do you know
that
what
people I know can listen to
I
it.
have the same worry all the time, but then I'm also just like, do I fucking care? Like, the reality is, these people are sending in these questions, Lydia. These subject matters.
Yeah.
This is what the human race is nowadays. Like, we
I
can't
know.
shy away from this.
I know, but the thought of him listening to it makes, oh my God, and I'd have to see him, and it'd be like, I've been chatting.
Transcend
Oh.
Transcend shame, Raz.
I do have being on the internet has made me lose a lot of my shame, but there are certain people that I would still be embarrassed of them hearing this kind of stuff and seeing them in person.
I think I'd be more concerned if my parents had listened to all 50. Do you know what I mean? And I'd be like, really? Really, mum and dad?
Why did you put yourself
Like,
through that?
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that to yourself?
But then again, like, fuck it. We're answering real questions. Like,
This
these
is-
are not
yeah.
fake questions. These are real subject matters.
Exactly.
Like, these are what kids are worrying about or thinking about. Like,
And we're the only ones who are brave enough to answer it.
we're breaking such new ground here.
If anything, we're heroes.
We're fucking
We're
heroes.
we should give us the Nobel Peace Prize because that's what we're doing.
I
Is there like a
don't know.
podcast awards? Is there,
Yeah.
is there one?
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like
it's probably loads.
Is it because we do slightly taboo topics that it feels like we sit outside of? I feel like we don't sit alongside a lot of other podcasts. Do you know what I mean? I feel like when people, the word podcast means to a lot of people like, oh, people are like talking about a subject matter that they know about and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I'm a fucking wanky professor. Like, and then we literally have the antithesis of that here. It's
I
three
think
people with zero degrees.
We have the core essence of what a podcast is.
Yeah.
You know, we've got three mates who
Come.
are just chatting shit. Usually it's something cursed.
Yeah, yeah.
You got the guy with the beard and glasses.
Nice.
You know what I mean? You got
the token girl.
Token girl.
Token girl.
Yeah, and other white man.
Another white man. Yeah.
True, it's fine. It's the perfect formula.
We have the formula down.
Yeah.
You know, like in the mixing pot of
Oh,
podcasts.
you just got to
you know.
sprinkle that cum on that, and then
I'm
you got a good
interested.
podcast.
Is this people's shame podcast? Like, is this the podcast that they don't tell their friends about? Like, is this is this the dirty secret of people's Spotify libraries? Like,
Oh, I hope not.
oh, I hope so.
Do you think
Send
so?
shame, send it to your mum.
Yeah, no. Oh my
Stop
god.
encouraging them to do
Stop.
this.
These poor mothers.
I'd rather be people's like shameful little treat.
You think
Shameful little
Ooh.
treat. But
You want to
then
be
they-
someone naughty little.
Oh, you dirty little
toy.
boy, Harry.
You want to be
dirty
someone who's
little
filthy little
boy,
scoundrel.
You
Do you,
scoundrel.
do you know? I feel like it's way funnier to have the podcast that people like listen to on the bus with their earphones and they're like checking that it's not like bleeding out through.
But I don't want it to be that people are so ashamed of it they don't tell anyone. Like, spread the word,
Yeah,
please.
spread the word.
Otherwise, we'll never become big.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I feel like. I guess maybe we just don't listen to enough podcasts. There must be big podcasts
To be
out there
fair,
that,
yeah, I
that
don't-
chat about
I don't
stuff as
listen to a huge
crudely as
amount.
we do.
I think there
There
will
absolutely
be.
is.
There 100%. There's
Yeah.
a podcast for everything.
Yeah.
I don't listen to a huge amount of
Is it-
podcasts.
I
I will
listen
be
to
honest.
Bad Friends, and that's fucking cursed with Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino.
Yeah,
and
true.
that's
But
just
that is
fucking-
very. That's very.
That-
Maybe, maybe we live in that.
I
kind
think
of
we live
sphere
in.
of
I
it.
think we live in like the sort of comedy sphere. I think we're
Yeah.
in the comedic slash.
I like that.
advice.
It's just like, is it a fucked up,
Yeah.
fucked up topic? It's comedy.
Yeah.
Fucked up shit. It's comedy. It's fine. It's fine.
And we do have some serious ones thrown in here and there. It's not
Yeah,
all
very.
just...
Yeah, we-
I'll sprinkle out 5. And
Every
like,
now and then we sprinkle in a little like nice
Yeah.
wholesome one.
Yeah.
So
We've got
that,
one
we're
coming up
actually
about
helping people.
politics. We've got politics
We did,
question in
true,
the next
next
episode.
week. Yeah.
So we actually recorded episode 51
Before this.
before this because we
Yeah.
were like, well, we want to get ahead, and also, what if this just doesn't happen? Which
Yeah.
it's happening, yay! But yeah,
And by this, listeners, we are doing it live in a studio with some cameras. So
Got
come check it out on
cameras.
YouTube.
Yeah, look on YouTube.
And let us know. I'm enjoying doing it in person.
It
I'm
is
enjoying
cool.
doing it
Yeah.
in a set. If you
Yeah.
guys think it's good, I feel like it's a thing to do. It's very strange. Podcasts now exist as videos.
Yeah.
And people, and that's kind of happened over the last like 3 years. But to me, a podcast should still always be audio first.
Audio.
And it feels like it's not. That's not how it is anymore.
It's
It's
shifting,
weird.
isn't it? People have cool
Yeah.
sets. Also, have you seen this thing that people do a lot with TikTok and stuff? Is that they do like a fake podcast. So they'll have like a mic set up and they'll record themselves talking about some bullshit, and then that clip will go viral. And then if you look, that podcast doesn't exist.
It's always like
Oh.
where
Yeah.
we can like pretend to do it. It can be
Yeah.
like, so guys, I read this really cool thing online, right? And like, if you do this thing, and then I hate women. It's like
Yeah.
basically.
It will have some really
It's just basically
controversial
like that.
thing,
Yeah.
and you'll be like, "What the fuck is this podcast?" Because it will go
Yeah.
viral, and then that podcast doesn't
I
exist.
hate that.
If you're not even making over 250 grand a year and you're 21 years old, you're a fucking loser, bro. You're a fucking loser, bro.
Who are those American Tory little boys?
I
know.
running around with daddy's credit card.
I know.
Yeah.
Like I fucking.
I know.
Do they realize their brand is wanting to be strangulable? Like
I know.
I
Well,
fucking hate.
I
them.
think they do
Just
because
annoying.
that's how they go viral and get popular. It's this whole grift of like people. There, I know so
Yeah, it's
many.
like Katie Hopkins, right?
Yeah, there's so many of these like these hate influencers, or like where they realize that the more they spew like negativity and like the most absurd, stupid shit, the more they go viral, the more money they make. So they just keep pumping that shit out. I don't even know if sometimes they even believe it all, or they just like. Amplify it because they know the more crazy shit they say, the more shares they'll get.
It's such a depressing like waste of airwaves.
I
though. Do you know what I mean? Just
know.
like what a waste of. In that TikTok slot, I could have seen something that was interesting or enjoyable
Yeah.
or funny or actually
Yeah.
creative, or that tweet timeline like YouTube recommended. Like it's just waste. It's just
Yeah.
wasted space
It's just
online.
hate stuff. To be fair, there was a funny one that made me laugh though. It wasn't like a fucking Andrew Tate women are shit kind of thing. It was this woman and it was a fake podcast.
So, I'm sorry that my mind went straight to there. I went to Andrew Tate.
No. A lot of them are, but there was this woman. I don't know if you guys saw it because it went viral. Of course it did on Twitter, and it's like her being like, I make my man nut 18 times a day.
I saw that.
He has his breakfast.
That.
He's nutting. He's leaving the house. He's nutting. He's at work. I come into his lunch break. He's nutting. He takes his tea break. He's nutting. He comes home immediately. He's nutting. And she goes on and does like his whole day.
Yeah.
And it went super viral.
Yeah,
Dude, that guy is pumping ducks.
Your job should be to fucking please your man. And stuff like that.
Oh, she's a trad wife.
Well, I don't know if it was. I think it might have been to, I'm not exactly sure, but to promote stuff that she does. And then it went viral. Or maybe she's a trad wife. It's something like that. It was intended to go viral to promote her.
What I loved about that is it went viral on TikTok and all like a bunch of guys started like reacting to that audio, but they'd be like hiding. they'd be like hiding and stuff like that. It's like, I come into his work and he's like hiding under a desk and shit. You know, and all the comments are like, "Get this woman away from me, bro. It fucking hurts.
I've got nothing left.
I've got nothing left." Yeah.
See, that's what the internet is good, right? That's what the internet like.
Coming
funny
18
reactions.
times in a day, I would fucking die.
Oh my
bro.
God.
I mean, nothing.
That would be torture.
That might be my
raw.
favorite TikTok ever. That reaction one where it's like the guy with his wife, like, "Hey guys, so this is," and then like people are like becoming the arms of him, and
yeah,
then it becomes
yeah,
like
yeah.
the hostage,
So
the hostage
ridiculous.
situation.
The hostage situation.
That every so often I get recommended it on YouTube. I'm like, fucking, I'll watch it again because
So
like that shit's so
good.
fucking funny.
Like that is the one good thing about when people, I mean, to be fair on her, I guess it was a stupid parody that did what she wanted to do. It went
Yeah,
viral
yeah.
and she got lots of attention for it. But for the people that do the awful stuff or the shit stuff or whatever, the reaction videos make it worthwhile. Like some of
Yeah.
the stuff people do is so funny. Like the guy hiding from her and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Like that's where the real like comedy comes into it.
I wonder what is that the antidote to those like shit fucking fake podcasts? Just people taking the piss.
Yeah.
Like I always worry, like, because it is. I do think like I think we spoke about it like a couple podcasts ago. Like it does. That is brain rot for kids.
Yeah.
Oh, like
yeah.
literal
Absolutely.
brain rot.
100%.
Like, that's
Brain
worse than
rot.
any of the shit we saw online.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Oh,
seeing dead
definitely.
bodies on 4chan, I would honestly rather
my
do that than
God.
like have my social media surrounded by constantly like the worst influences known to man.
Oh, they're
Brainwashing.
so fucking annoying.
Yeah. Well, with the Andrew Tate thing, wasn't there like they did a sort of, not a study, I don't know, I'm talking about my arse here, but they spoke to a lot of boys in school and stuff, and they were saying, I love Andrew Tate, like I follow him everywhere, and they follow all of these like masculine, alpha male influencers,
that's
and it's
something that really
rotting
fucking-
their brain.
It's
It
really
sucks
bad.
right now. I'm getting recommended like gym memes and stuff like that. Like, and I'm like, these are
Yeah.
motivating me to go to the gym. But every now and then, like this, I'll be following a page and then it'll like post an Andrew Tate motivational clip, and I'm like, fuck off! I've got to unfollow this page.
When
now.
the guy is
Yeah.
like literally like going to jail.
I know.
It's like
Yeah, like,
actually
dude's going to
Actually in jail.
charged for rape and fucking
human trafficking,
Human
of like
And people are
of
like,
youngers,
he's the
of,
top
like,
G.
kids as well.
He's got a Bugatti, mate.
Like, how is this? Sorry, we've got really serious now. But the sort of generation of young men and teenagers and children who are watching him, they're going to grow up, and how are they going to treat women? And what is their
I know,
view
right?
of women
It's-
going to be?
it's absolutely fucked.
so
I mean,
damaging.
you see it on streaming. Like, look at Aiden Ross and shit. Like
Yeah.
Aiden Ross is fucking like his little like manlet. It's a
is
little-
he the guy
fucking-
that went to kick?
He's
Yeah,
on kick
yeah.
and he just is
Well, he like had
basically-
like Nazis on his street.
Yeah.
he has
Like, it's like-
Nazis on his stream. He like fucking sucks Andrew Tate's dick.
Ugh.
Like he's fucking mad for that shit. Like he just creates little spawnlings, you know. And then
The
they
thing is
listen
that
to,
those
like,
people are
Jordan
above
Peterson and
cancer. It
shit.
doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
like
no,
he is
yeah.
just a wave of hatred and
wave of
vitriol.
hatred,
It's
yeah.
fucking gross.
And it makes him loads of money, and he'll just carry on doing it because it makes him rich. There's definitely a dark side to the. Well, I mean, there's a lot of bad things about the whole influencer thing, but that is a
Yeah.
very
So
dark
maybe our
side.
podcast about cum and pegging isn't so
Maybe,
bad.
maybe this
okay.
podcast is fucking amazing. Maybe
Yeah.
it's a shining light in a sea of
Yeah.
hatred online. Maybe this is exactly what the internet needed. More people talking about standing up and wiping their ass
Yes.
for 30 minutes.
There we go.
Should we do a question before we wrap?
All right, let's do
yeah.
a question.
Let's do a little
Do a little
question.
question.
Hi guys. Got to the social media rant episode and it really resonated with me. So this question is quite old. I think that was like 42 or something.
Yeah, I think it's a bit back now.
Especially getting so addicted to TikTok that I had to delete it. A few years ago, some bad stuff happened that made me turn notifications off, but it was all social media, including ones where I talk to my friends like a lot on Discord. I've never gone back, It gives you so much space to breathe and lets you choose when to engage instead of being enticed by random notification you don't really care about. I very much recommend it. I guess to turn this into a question, is there anything you do to make your social media experience more pleasant, or are there any built-in features you wish there were that would help? Thank you. What a lovely question.
Thank you.
What do you guys do to make social media or being? Actually, we can broaden it slightly to being online.
Yeah, because so much of our life is online. Like our whole jobs, our whole like everything is our presence online. I did a while ago. I was feeling really overwhelmed with social media, and I tried to do a few things. Well, I went away and I muted all of my social media apps, and I did because it is an addiction. Like I did break every now and again and have a little scroll because it is like a little dopamine hit. You're sitting there, fuck all to do. You pick up your phone, you scroll. You get a little dopamine boost.
When you muted that off, though, did you replace it with something else?
I don't think so. I don't think I
did you have something to fill that void? Like,
I see.
Did you have a book? Did you have because you're on holiday, but obviously there's downtime.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a negative thing I started doing.
Right. I think that's the core. You need to instantly pick it up with something else.
I think I just played a lot of my Switch. Which is
pretty good.
Which is good.
Yeah.
But so I did that. I also moved all of my, say like Twitter, all that. I put all of their icons, like the apps, when you scroll on your main page, because all the apps, I put them at the end of my phone. So it was like a bit more effort to get to it. And I changed my notifications so I would only get notifications from people that I follow.
Yeah.
So I did that and that did help. But I think because of our jobs, we can't fully switch off from them.
You gotta be on socials.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to turn it all off.
Completely off.
That is very extreme and something we couldn't do.
Yeah.
I think something that we used to have a term, I think we used it in the old office called fiending, which is where you would just go online and you would fiend and you would just read comments or read messages until you see a negative one and then you focus on the negative one.
And then you get really sad.
Then you get sad. And you just do, and you're scrolling past 100% hundreds and hundreds of comments that are either really positive or lovely, and then you focus on the negative one.
Yep.
And then people call it doom scrolling now. But fiending is what I always stopping fiending. Was like the most positive thing ever, because it would be like, oh, I'm in a TTT, and then it comes out, and then you're like, scroll. Fuck you, Barry. I hate you. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah,
the only thing I'm taking away is like there's 7 comments above that. We're like, man, I love the Barrys in this episode.
Yeah.
And I think not it's so weird. Some people say don't read the comments at all on anything, and I heavily disagree on that. I think YouTube is slightly more of a complicated place where it's less moderated or whatever. But I still think it's important to know what people think. So I'll read it, but I'll give everything once. You get once. I read every single thing. I'm not just going to skip over them. I would actually read them and consider it. And that's a really lovely comment, and like it or whatever. Take that time to actually positively engage, and then go.
So how do you deal with the fact, so you're still reading the negative comments? How do you stop yourself ruminating on them?
It's a good question. I feel like it doesn't seem as bad when you've actually taken the time to read the positive ones fully. Right. Does that make sense?
Okay, so you're not just looking for the bad comment.
No, I'm not just skim reading the positive ones. I'm fully reading them.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to give them that same amount of time and appropriation.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't feel as bad. And, the baseless, hateful ones feels so much more devoid of anything than the time that people have taken to write lovely ones.
Yeah.
I think you just don't get I watch people scroll through YouTube comments. They just don't give the lovely ones the same amount of time.
No.
Read the person's name, read what they said about you that's lovely, and then you take it in.
I screenshot them a lot. The nice comments I screenshot. So if I'm feeling sad about stuff, I go back and look at it, and it makes me feel better.
That's really good.
Because people write so much lovely stuff.
Oh my God, some of the nicest things I've ever had said to me.
Really horrible to say, but a lot of content creators I know will ignore it. Content creators are pretty fucking unhealthy people in that regard. Dude, 1,000 people can be spamming in a Twitch chat, and I will find that fucking asshole.
Yeah.
We are just designed to do it.
It's human nature, right? Yeah. You zoom in on the bad comment.
So I think just fixing my fiending and making fiending better was one of the healthiest things you can do.
Absolutely.
That's a really good point, because because I've had that where people have said, oh, well, you should never read the comments. And it's like, well, I think reading the comments is important, though, because you have people writing really lovely, supportive things to you. And I think it's nice to read that. And also, like you said, it is important to know what your audience think of your stuff.
Yep.
That's how you gauge what the people are enjoying your content and things like that.
Even when it's, if it's a baseless hate comment,
That well,
But if
yeah.
it's a negative hate comment,
Yeah, there can be constructive
Constructive.
criticism.
well, even
I've
if-
read tons of like when
I'd say-
being an asshole in like Duncan's
Yeah.
Minecraft series. Like, I actually was an asshole here.
Yeah, yeah.
And I try not to be later on.
Yeah, and I think even if it's just like, even if it's not constructive criticism, give them all of the best faith in the world and take it in the nicest way possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then go from it.
But yeah, but it does fuck. That's the whole reason I stopped doing TTT.
Yeah,
like I
yeah.
just couldn't. I would just focus in on all of the bad
Yeah,
comments
yeah.
and get
Yeah.
so upset.
And
I was just
it
like, I
sucks.
can't put myself through this anymore.
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's
Yeah, yeah.
upsetting me so much. Like I don't think. I mean, I do think people realize, but I think it's very easy to say to people, just ignore them. You
Yeah.
know, whatever. But when it's happening
But I
to
think
you,
ignoring them means that the feeling is even worse. 'Cause
Yeah.
Then if you do go and look, you're just only looking for the hate.
yeah,
one.
you're like,
Whereas
ooh.
paying actually full attentiveness
Yeah.
to them is a way more healthy way of dealing with it, I find.
and just and I guess also thinking like if someone's going to write something so nasty about me, like what
Yeah.
kind of person is this to take their time to be like I'm going to write this horrible
Yeah,
thing about
yeah.
this person? Like, does that person matter to me? And it's difficult because your negative side of your brain will be like, well, everyone must think that and they think that and
Yeah,
blah, blah
yeah.
blah blah. But it's a really tough cycle you have to try and
No, it
break.
does suck.
And if
Like-
someone's going to take their time out to insult you, what kind of person is that?
I think also you need to be like in the mindset of I'm not going online to find this stuff. I'm going online
yeah.
to see what the overarching view is, and then I'm going to leave. And
Yeah.
then just having that, I've read it, and there's nothing I can do now, and then I leave and I try and do
Yeah.
better next time.
I think it's like a
Yeah.
constant need for approval as well.
Yeah.
Like you're constantly searching for like, I want people to like me. And if
Yeah.
I see that even one person doesn't like me, then my confidence is like fucked.
Yeah.
Like, because I just want approval.
It's pretty,
And-
it's pretty fucked up. And I
Yeah.
think like a lot of congregators do burn out on it.
Yeah.
Like you said,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people just like don't look at comments in places.
Yeah.
And I kind of
I
disagree.
think it's important to read them.
yeah, I think it's important to,
Yeah.
and it's important to build up a way of dealing with
It's
it.
Yeah.
it's a form of feedback. Like, if anything, I wish I could actually receive more feedback on
Yeah,
stuff. Like,
yeah.
I wish there was, obviously we get some YouTube comments for 0 Degrees. I love reading those, but I'm like, I wish we could get more.
Yeah,
I
maybe
just
we should
love-
look at making like a special 0 Degrees
A
Discord that just
Discord.
has
Yeah,
like
maybe
a
a
little
Discord or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, because
I think it's a bit
just
more
fucking
healthy.
love reading.
Yeah, I do love.
I love reading.
I do love the comments on the 0
Yeah.
Degrees video because it's usually they're funny stuff or they're
Yeah.
doing their opinion on the
But
questions.
I feel like we get it
or-
spread in a lot of ways. Like sometimes
Yeah.
I'll get people on Discord messaging me. I'll get people
Yeah.
on Twitter messaging
Yeah,
me.
someone's at a Twitch chat or
Some guy
Yeah.
on Instagram
Apple
DM me his
review.
ape index.
Oh really?
Just like,
Really?
he had like such. Actually, I'm going to call it out because he was so massive.
They have a absolutely huge ape, and I'm going to check my Instagram DMs. Casey's also sent it to me? Question mark.
I guess I'm not going to dox him. He's 5'9". He has a
Okay.
wingspan of 5'11". 2 full inches. 2 full inches. That's what is that? 7 centimeters longer wingspan than his height.
That's long. He got long arms.
Yeah, absolutely
Wowie.
insane.
So that must be like 1 point something ape index.
+2.
+2. It's +2.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Going back to like social media and stuff though, like I deleted TikTok, but I fucking instantly replaced it with Instagram Reels, and I know that I like Instagram enough that I'm not gonna delete Instagram.
Yeah.
So I've tried putting on a limiter on my Instagram to like.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, people do that, right?
Warn me if I've been
Yeah.
on Instagram for 30 minutes or longer, but it's not good enough because I just tap
You swipe
okay and
away.
keep
It's like-
swiping.
Thank you for the heads up.
Yeah. It's helped a
Yeah.
little bit. It's like, yeah, I probably should go to bed. And,
Yeah.
and sometimes I will, but sometimes I'm like, meh, I scroll.
They are truly addictive. It's those
Yeah.
little, like, it's such small
I hate that the way
chunks of entertainment.
like For You page is just bad. I think it's just endless scrolling.
Yeah.
For You page on whatever Twitter's
Never
I
doing.
ends.
fucking
Twitter's
hate
doing it
Twitter's
now.
change to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
fuck
And
Twitter.
I think,
hate
do you know
Twitter.
what the bit I hate the most is the following chronological timeline is still there, but I don't
Yeah.
use it. That's the bit I hate the most.
Because
And
it
there's something-
auto does the
'cause it auto takes you
recommended for you.
But I really want to just go and use the following page.
Yeah.
I still use the chronological one.
Yeah, I wanna go back
I
to
never
using
use the
that.
Twitter For You. I like if I could delete that from my Twitter, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, now that the blue tick thing has happened, like
Oh my god, it's so hard to use Twitter now.
you can't look at a
Elon Musk,
comment
why?
because all the top comments are awful people. I'm not with blue ticks who have the most like just dreadful opinions,
Just
and it's just like,
fucking
why is this all being pushed
Crypto
to the top?
bros,
Crypto bros
fucking
and
just all them, just the worst people on the internet.
every phobic person you can think of, like
Yeah.
with their awful opinions, and they're all just being pushed to the top. But it's like, it used to be that meant that they were like a credible
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
Now
Source,
it's
yeah.
just fucking
Or like the
anyone.
top reply would be like the most liked
Yeah.
one, and that would be great. It's like, great, this is a cool
I actually
thing.
really like Twitter. I hate what Elon Musk's doing to it, but like my Twitter feed, you know, people are like, oh, Twitter's awful, but like, I just don't follow like cunts. You know, I just follow people I like, my friends. I follow some bands I like. I follow like some artists and stuff like that. Like,
I think Twitter can be great, but it's being fucked up. And,
it is being fucked up. I've certainly seen a lot more like right-wing assholes popping up in comments and stuff where usually that would be hidden.
I feel like there's way more hate. I see way more hate now.
Yeah, there's so much more hate on Twitter now, yeah.
I feel like, for me, Twitter, again, it's probably because it just auto-loads into recommended for you, and I always forget to go into following, so I'm always just looking at that page. I feel like I open up Twitter and I just read the most disgusting, awful opinions because it's just pushing, because it's all gone viral, because it's awful, and it's pushing all of this stuff to me, and I read it for like 20 minutes, and I put it down, and it's like, that cannot be healthy.
Do you know what I feel? The bit that worries me the most, I feel like that change has made people I care about on Twitter, like my friends, made them tweet less.
Oh, yeah.
And that means there's just less of the shit that I want to see actually out there to even be proposed to each other. Like, I think there's been I want to kind of tweet less. Like, I posted loads of a dog, but otherwise I'd honestly just not really tweet at all.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, fuck it, this place sucks.
Yeah.
Like, and that just is only going to make the problem worse if we all feel like we don't want to tweet. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. Like, I don't know what other social media is good, but
in a weird way, like Twitch is kind of one. I'm kind of curious, like, what your guys like, because we're all fucking streamers. Like, what's your guys' relationship with Twitch? I'm sure
which bit?
The streaming side, you know.
Yeah.
Like, do you guys? I know some people hide like their viewer count. Some people hide sub numbers. Some people do stuff like that. Do you do any of that? I look at all. I think.
No,
so.
I look at all of it.
I look at all of it as well.
And also, I guess we all agree. Shout out to our mods because they just
chat
looking
shout out to
fucking
mods.
better and bad.
Yeah, it's pretty mind blowing when you compare what a Twitch chat can be like now versus every other bit of the internet, which just feels like it's on fire.
There's just no moderation at all, and it's
maybe we've been like treated too much by Twitch chat being
I think
like
so.
a good.
It's such a good place,
like happy place. But then again, we all build our Twitch chats.
Yeah, we build
to be what you want to be, and
your values and things like that.
Is that Barbie girl promotion I just did?
Oh, be what you want to be. Beautiful. I feel like because people will say like, I've seen people write nasty comments like, well, yeah, because then it just becomes an echo chamber because you're full of yes men who love you in your Twitch chat. It's not an echo chamber.
It's called a nice fucking place.
It's just nice people.
People being nice to each other.
If there's a prick in there, they just get banned.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a nice place.
People have never been meaner to me than my own Twitch chat.
Actually, true. I get bullied. I get bullied.
To be fair, though, I did ban. I'm not going to name them, but I did ban actually a long time viewer about 6 months ago, just because I was like, I DM'd them. It was quite a weird interaction. I won't read it all out, but actually it was weird but nice. Weird in that it was nice. I was like, I DM'd them. I was like, you just come to my chat and you just post like negative shit.
Can I have one guess of who it is?
Do you want to
cut this? Beep this?
Do you want to?
Okay, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, beast.
I permed him because I was just like,
I don't know who that is.
And I still like him and I respect him, but I was like, you can't turn up to my stream and post a negative thing.
Yeah.
And then post like 20 negative messages
in
a row, and just like none of them are that funny. You're just basically hating. And he was like, "Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
like sorry." And I was like, "Well, if you like change, let me know." And you don't want to do that. He was like, "No, I probably won't change." And I was like, "If that's your relationship with the internet, bro, good luck."
That's
but, like,
a pretty healthy interaction.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty healthy interaction. Like, you've been around for ages.
That's
I'm not just gonna like ban you, no context. But like, also, dude, I don't want to like. This is my spare time. I don't want to turn up and like. Or for you guys, like where you work, like turning up and just having someone just shout at you, you're shit.
Is that what they would do?
You're shit.
Yeah.
You suck.
Just negative.
Just like, fuck you. I don't care. Like, I'm sorry, but
that just brings you down. It's that is one thing which is an interesting thing with Twitch chat. I find is that I feel like I want it to be a place that people can be open and talk about stuff and not have to, like, if they're like, oh, I've had a really shit day, blah, blah, blah. And, absolutely. But I do feel like sometimes people can use chat maybe or bit messages or whatever to kind of like dump trauma or like or just vent. And sometimes when you're trying to do like an energetic funny stream where you're trying to keep people entertained and then that happens, it just brings all the mood down. And I hate to sound hypocritical because I will be the most fucking depressing bitch on stream as well. But it's just sometimes...
Sorry, I laughed there because I always come into your chat
I'm like,
and I've got you muted because I'm like on my phone or something and I just like, I say like, fuck you, Lydia, you cunt, you bitch. And Lydia, I don't know the laws of the universe.
The timing.
Lydia's always saying the most depressed.
Yeah, I'm always like, you know, Daddy never loved me.
Yeah, and I'm just
and
like,
I was just like, fuck you, bitch, and I'm like crying,
and I'm just like, oh my god, I've done it again.
I guess it's very, it can just be very like surprising.
It can
right?
be, and also
Yeah.
we're not, we're not. We just sometimes I just don't always know what to say, and
but I think that's fine.
and it's live and it's on the spot because
Yeah.
I feel like we can talk about our stuff. I mean, if people don't want to watch it, absolutely. If they were like fucking stop, just leave. But if someone puts that onto you live, you are then on the spot of you know, I need to say the right thing. I need to sound compassionate. Obviously, you are compassionate, but you don't want to sound it's like fake, and it brings the mood down. And I think I saw Pyrian do a tweet once where he was like, please stop coming in and just saying negative stuff because it's really intense. It brings the mood down, and I don't know how to
I'm
do
not
it.
equipped to handle that stuff. You know, I've had people come in and be like, I don't want to be here anymore and stuff like that.
Oh
It's like,
God,
how do I streamer fucking deal with that? All I can do is like, you know,
You
try and be like,
signpost and you send them to someone.
that's what I do. That's what I do.
But,
I'm like,
but other than that, then you're left with that knowledge. It's
I'm
very
like
scary.
seek help, but then you're just sat there like worried about
Yeah.
someone. You know what I mean? It's horrendous.
I think sometimes people forget that the parasocial relationship does go both ways.
Yeah.
You know, we do. I think as chat as a conglomerate, we do have feelings about
absolutely.
that
Like,
entity.
I see
100%.
usernames every single day. I like,
and they're like. So we don't forget that there are people behind them.
Yeah, we don't want to think, you know,
we
worry.
met some of them at cons
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
Like I won't go into detail with what happened, but I had someone send me a message which worried me so much, and I cried. I was really upset, and it was, you know, I'm not angry at that person, but it was very intense, and it was like I just was not. I just didn't know how to deal with that. It was very, very intense, and I think that can definitely be sort of the negative side of what Twitch can be.
Yeah.
Not to be all like, wow, it's so hard for us, but there is, you know, there's always going to be
it's just
ups
tough
and downs.
situations to deal with.
Yeah.
It's not like easy.
Everything has a side which is more complicated to navigate. Nothing is perfect, you know? And we're just
Overall,
stupid dumbasses trying to, you know, entertain people.
I do mostly think of it as like a massively positive space.
Oh,
so.
100%, 99%.
Oh, yeah.
The stuff that we've just talked about now is such a small, tiny,
it's
insignificant
tiny.
If
part
an
of
asshole
it.
ever comes in and says some rude shit, I'm just like, I equate that to like, you've just walked into like a fucking, you know, bar filled with friends or something, like, or a coffee shop filled with friends, and just shouted some random shit.
And
everyone's
like,
gonna turn and look at you like, you fucking weirdo. Just
then he
roast
gets
them.
barred.
Just fucking roast them and ban them.
Just get out.
Yeah. That's the healthiest way to do it, I think.
Yeah.
I saw Lollip recently posted that they don't have any social media apps on their phone. And
I saw that, and I thought that's
so interesting.
very clever.
That is very interesting.
I did see that. That's a very
I mean,
good
it would
point.
not work for my job, but as a creator, I feel like that's kind of a fucking great way to do it. And maybe if your job doesn't revolve around social media, maybe that's the great solution. If you're not on your computer, you don't get to do the things.
It's healthy because then you're on your computer. That's when you do your social media, and then when you're off your computer, your phone is just like WhatsApp or whatever. You have no.
I'm in the Matrix, man. I'm plugged in. You can't.
Barry's just fucking wiping his ass. He's fucking
He's got
plugged
his
in.
VR machine
He's
on.
fucking jacking us.
I got.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm using my fucking Apple glasses or what the fuck they're called.
yeah.
Fucking got the fake AI eyes going on
hell
while
yeah.
I'm reading my phone.
Wiping your ass.
Double got every app open physically possible. But I do
fuck's
think that is a good way of doing
I saw
it.
that. I was like, I'm jealous.
When
'cause
I'm
I can't
at the
do that.
office, I work with that stuff, and then when I'm
Maybe I
not.
just get two phones.
Okay, so that was something that I've been meaning to
dealer
do.
style.
I
Drug
know,
dealer
I've got my
style.
burner phone for my affairs, my drug dealing, and my social media. I have toyed with the idea of doing that for so long, having a phone which has social media on it, which is for work, that you only turn on at certain times of the day, and then you put it in a cupboard drawer or whatever, and then your normal phone, which just has like WhatsApp and text messaging and stuff on it.
I feel like I just wouldn't use my normal phone.
That's the thing. You end up just using
why the
your
fuck did I
work
get this second phone?
Yeah, you'll end up, especially because we need Discord a lot for work, but then Discord is also full of
Spiff
messages
actually
to
does
reply
that.
to.
Spiff has two phones and they're the exact
the
same
drugs.
phone. He does sell
It
drugs.
is the drugs. It is the drugs.
Spiffing is dealing
He's
drugs.
dealing tea.
Yeah. Well, actually, would you say Discord is a social media or?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. So
I'd say so.
But then if you didn't have that on your normal phone, we use social media so much for like work contact and stuff. We'd have to have Discord.
Yeah, we use Discord for stuff like I use Twitter DMs for some stuff
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Like, hey, do you want to do a stream together?
It's too complicated to separate our lives.
separate.
I think people do not working in this industry or not working in like social media, I think that strategy of literally separating it, technology.
Yeah.
Your phone doesn't have the bits.
Yeah.
Like
You
maybe
physically can't.
It's only Instagram you have on your phone. Fine.
Yeah.
Like, I
But
feel like,
don't delete Spotify because you need it
You
to
need
listen.
us.
well, Spotify's not social
Well, you don't
media.
need
It's
us.
True.
entertainment.
It's
True.
entertainment. It's not social
And that's
media.
it's good. It's long form entertainment, which is good for
True.
your brain.
Yeah, not that
yes.
quick dopamine hit.
And it's
It's a
massage your
long,
brain.
grueling,
There's that massagey.
long and horrible.
Massage your brain.
For ages, I really, and I've said this for so long and I've never managed to do it, but one day, what I want to be able to do is when I wake up, I go up, as I'm waking up, like groggy and all that shit, have half an hour where I scroll on social media, where I reply to people's messages, my
Yeah.
WhatsApps, and then that is my time.
I feel like that's like those fucking videos of people being like, I live the perfect
Yeah,
day.
I wake up at
Here's
5
my
a.m.
perfect morning routine.
I do yoga.
Of being a fucking like, it's always like a
my God,
marketing student in New
Yeah.
York. You
Oh.
fucking wanker. You
It's
don't
al-
live like
it's
that.
always
But it sounds good though.
But they're fucking not. It's not real, Lydia. They're not like shitting. Oh, I got the fucking shits. Sorry,
I've got
mate.
the
My
shits.
morning routine is I
It's
have the shits,
ruined.
and
I
I'm
hate
fucking
those.
wiping for 7 hours.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
God.
Those videos are so annoying. It's like a day in the life of what I do.
Of a
It's like,
perfect
I
human
wake
being.
up and make my fucking wanky shit coffee
Yeah,
using my
I spend
$5,000
£20 on a
Yeah.
fucking coffee.
Yeah.
Well, fuck
Mhm.
I have
you.
ice
It
cold
takes
water
me-
with cucumber.
It takes me a whole hour to make my coffee. Then I like sit and do some emails, and the emails are probably about nothing.
Yeah.
It's just you chatting for the video.
Me chatting at a table.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
like that. Did you see that girl that went viral because she's like her job is kind of just being her this guy's girlfriend. Like basically, she's like a stay-at-home
I
girlfriend.
think I did. Yes. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
she did video like a day in my life, and it's all of that shit. It's like she's not really doing anything.
I
She's
did
just
some
drinking.
organizing. I went to
Yeah.
the gym. I got some food. I came home, and my boyfriend was home. So that was
Yeah.
it. Like,
And then that was that. My purpose came home,
Yeah.
you know, and then I made a really healthy bullshit.
And then I sucked him off 18 times.
I made him nut 25 times in a row.
And then I pegged him.
But yeah, it's all that which is just so unrealistic. Like no one has a life like that. I don't even think those people have lives
But
like that. It's
even
all for
though
camera.
people know that they don't have a life like that, I think a little bit of it gets into people's brain, and a little bit of
Yeah.
it eats away at people. Who says, "Oh, your life's shit. Oh, you're not as great." Like that. That is the. It's one of the reasons I didn't use Instagram for ages. 'Cause I fucking
Yeah.
hate that entire like, "Oh, you're not. Look at my perfect life.
Here's
You're not
my
living my
highlight
perfect
reel,
life."
yeah.
Like fuck that shit. Like
But also, if that is implied that that's their day every single day, fuck that. Like,
Yeah.
fuck doing the same thing every single day. That'd be driving me crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's so important, and it's hard for everyone, I think, but it's so important to remember that anything like Instagram is so often a highlight reel.
Yeah.
Like it is here's a really, pretty picture of me.
There's a
and
reason I post on Instagram until I got a dog.
Yeah.
Once a year. It's
It's
a highlight reel, guys.
Yeah.
It's a once a year highlight.
It's sad otherwise. Or it's like, here's this beautiful place I've gone to on holiday.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
here's a picture of my house when it's been really tidy and it looks really
Yeah.
lovely and aesthetically pleasing. You don't say like, here's a picture of like my fucking shitty room.
Maybe we should all start a lowlights.
Oh, a lowlights.
Lowlights Instagram.
I quite like that.
I guess that's kind of what Be Real was meant to be.
Yeah, it was meant to
but
be.
I feel like more extreme. I want something more extreme than Be Real.
You want the dark side of
I
life.
want being like.
I want Rav's wiping his ass.
No, just like I want it. I want
You
Be
guys
Real,
are,
but like.
you guys are obsessed with
I
my
know, well,
ass.
I know. I am.
Every time you open your phone, there's like a 2% chance it takes a picture of you. Do you know
Oh
what I mean?
my
Oh my god,
God.
yeah.
Yeah, like do you know, that's what I
That
want.
would be
someone,
awful.
I've seen someone do this. They made an account that anytime they accidentally open the camera app, they take the picture and upload it.
Well, it's just going to be double chin
But it's
city.
like- it
It'd be like on the
Yeah.
train, like recording the podcast.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I love that.
God, that'd be terrible. Although I guess it would make everyone feel better about themselves because it's like, well, actually, we're all disgusting and ugly and dumb. And
But as soon as I learnt in Be Real, you don't even take the fucking Be Real at the right time.
oh yeah, you can take it
Yeah,
whenever.
yeah, I could take a B-reel
The
right now.
one gimmick of the app that
Yeah.
made it vaguely like real.
You could take it whenever.
You don't-
Exactly.
You could
I
wait
fe-
till something interesting's
I
happening.
feel
and
like I
then take
only
it.
use it when I'm actually going somewhere, which is like the least real thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I used it in Berlin.
But I don't want to. But
Yeah.
like, also, I don't know. I feel like we also put so much of our lives out there. I feel like I really value my privacy now.
Yeah.
Like I feel
Yeah.
like we talk
Same,
so
yeah.
much, just like, I feel like there's so much in the public sphere. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I don't have to share a picture
Say
of my constant
everything.
fucking thing or
Yeah.
share my fucking.
I
flat
wish I was
or
better
whatever.
at taking
Yeah.
photos, but I don't always feel like I need to share the photos. I wish I
Yeah.
had like more photos on my phone from when I went to do stuff, but like, also, you know, don't feel like I have to upload all of them.
No, I think it's
I just want to be
important.
able to like,
But do you,
remember this?
Do you guys run private social media accounts or not?
No, I know people make alt accounts. Like it seems to be
Yeah.
a big thing with streamers right now. They have like my private account. It's
Yeah.
But is that actually, is it actually private?
no. It's just like an alternate account, and it's always called like not Pokebane or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Genius.
Yeah, genius. Yeah. What's the fucking point? Like, I'm just gonna post my unhinged thoughts on my main Twitter.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
I won't say it. I'm not going to say it. Don't say Ram's bending over the woman's ass. Don't say it, Harry. I can do it.
Resist. I use sometimes I use the close friends feature on
but you have to
Instagram
set that up, don't
stories.
you?
You have to set it up.
Yeah, that is instantly, Lydia. You've lost me.
you lost me on
once
that.
you set it up, though, it doesn't take too long. You just go through who you're following, basically. It's
Yeah.
only who you're following, and choose the people that you like. Because like I wouldn't post pictures of say my niece's faces or anything on my like main social media, but I might put that on my close friend story because I want to show that picture. Maybe it's a nice picture of me and her together, but I don't want to put that on my general social
I'm
media.
screenshotting and resharing it.
Privacy.
I'm just live streaming it constantly.
But it's the same thing, especially like if you want to keep your, relationships private or your family members private. Like you don't want to have to put everything on social media.
But then, like I was saying, like I feel like it's just taking me to the point where I don't post, and that's maybe really good. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe
it doesn't have to all be
like
posted.
I feel like I'm always saying to my partner, like, you don't just stop taking pictures of everything. Like it's fine to just live in the moment and just enjoy it. Like
I like having the memories, not
memories
necessarily to
is
post
nice.
everything.
But like you don't have to post everything.
No.
Like,
Oh my God, I take so many pictures
Yeah.
and barely anything ever.
Yeah.
Unless it's a fucking selfie, mate. Then I'm posting it. But anything with actual substantial meaning, I don't post.
No, that's
You
fair.
fucking love taking a photo when we are both wankers.
Oh my God, the picture I took the other night.
I thought you said something else there, and I was like, "What?
No,
You guys are like FaceTiming, like joining up.
No.
What the? Where's my invite to the 0 degrees triple?
I need a support friend.
No, but like we'll be like obliterated drunk, and like I just see Lydia creep in with her camera, and I'm like, no.
It'll never be posted.
I know,
but I'll look back at it and laugh
it is
my
funny
fucking
as
head
fuck.
off.
That used to be me and
some.
Tom Clark. Occasionally, when we get wankered, we'd trade glasses. I was like, "Where are my sunnies?" Good.
It's funny because then, in a few years' time when you've forgotten all about that night, you'll have that dumb picture.
Then you see that
and
dumb
laugh.
picture, and you're like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
There's a picture of me that I think my community has somewhere, and I have on my
Is it
phone.
the hamburger one?
No, the hamburger one I was
that's
really pissed
great.
off.
I
love-
There's one that I'm wankered in.
I thought you were about to say something else again.
Sorry, yeah. I don't know where. I'm holding some suspect objects.
Oh, such as?
I'm holding a picture frame covered in wax with a picture in it and a condom.
Are you sure it's wax?
It's wax, an unopened condom, and I'm just absolutely fucking shit faced. And I don't. It's
What?
very old.
You don't
and
even know where it's from.
So
I was
someone's
so
posted
drunk.
it of you, or you posted it when you were drunk?
No, it's on my phone.
Oh.
A picture taken of me, and I don't know where it was taken, when it was taken.
Has your
Oh.
Apple been hacked?
No.
No?
At some point, I must have shared it somewhere.
You must have done.
Yeah.
I've maybe
Wait, so it's
tweet-
on the internet?
It's on the internet.
Wow,
Oh,
okay.
wow.
I just
That's
don't even
weird.
know.
I just love that your hamburger one though, because it's like a spitting image of the David Hasselhoff kebab one, where you're both wankered on your kitchen floor eating food.
Wow.
That hamburger one's classic.
It's
Well, no, it was
great.
me trying to press rewind. I have a fucking like Philips Hue controller.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
trying to I tweeted like trying to press rewind on my floor burgie.
Oh, your florburgy.
I did eat it though. That's
Yeah.
good.
Well,
That's
waste
good.
not,
Don't
want
judge
not.
me.
Yeah, fuck it.
I think like that's a
Yeah.
lovely place to call it.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
the floor burgie.
Florburgy.
Thank you everyone for listening. Thank you for 50 episodes of 0 Degrees.
Let us
Still a
know.
round of applause.
Yeah.
We hope you've enjoyed. And
Let
here's,
us know
I
if
guess,
you enjoyed this as well, the little in-person studio thing, because it's something we might do more of maybe.
yeah, maybe we'll do
Yeah.
a few more. Let
Yeah.
us know.
Thank yous to the patrons as
Thank
well.
you so
Patreon.com/0
much. Our wonderful
degrees.
patrons.
Thank you.
And I guess
Maybe we can build a cooler set.
Ooh, maybe if we start doing more video. Yeah, I think I like this stuff. I think it's cool. We'll have to see how it
It's a
looks,
cool
but
little thing, yeah.
I think it would look great.
I like it.
We will see you next week with our pre-recorded episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of us questioningly opening. Did we get an episode 50 going?
We did.
We did it. I guess we'll catch you. Hopefully not in person for episode 100. Hopefully we do one before episode 100. That would be really bad.
Yeah. If it takes
it's
another
ever
50 episodes for us to do this, and then shame on us.
That'd be terrible. But thank you for listening, and we'll catch you guys all next week.
Bye. See ya.